Very good afternoon, all of you. This is Dr. Ruchi. I'm a founder director of an organization called as Pediatreat. First of all, a very, very happy Women's Day. This live session was not planned and it is very instinctive. I thought that I should go live today and talk about some things which people or doctors were asking me since long, potency, repetition, which potency to start with, how to take the case. So these are some very, very basic questions which I'm going to answer today. And you can put all your queries while I am talking about all this. And we'll relate to those all queries once we are done with the session. So yes, so first of all, thank you for that registering for the March session. Also, we are almost 180 now. It's amazing. It's a great response. I never thought so that I'll get such a beautiful response by all these Facebook Live and YouTubes. So it's been really, really touching and motivating. I feel that I should work more because there are so many doctors attached to us, and it's our responsibility to teach something which will help you in your practice. So I'll start the session with some basic things that you all ask. First is case taking. So case taking is not something that I can decide earlier, okay, I'll ask these 6 questions and my case is done. I always say even the approach towards a case or the case, you cannot decide prior कि भाई ये questions पूछेंगे. So we have to decide according to the case, yeah, right? There are some people who will not talk a lot and you have to little provoke them or push them to talk, or there are people who will talk a lot and jump from one topic to another, and you have to stop them, get them back to the track. So yes, so there is no fixed format, but still I'll give you some basic questions that we can ask, and then we'll talk about pediatric case taking. So first, suppose the case taking starts in the waiting room. If you have a camera where you can see what is happening outside. So I'll talk when the mint the patient walks in. So the way he opens the door, some people just rush into it. बच्चे आते हैं वो धड़ाम करके खोलते हैं and they're like sorry. या वो आते ही कुछ चीज गिरा देते हैं, right? तो awkwardness, hurried, abrupt. You can get these rubrics for the patient. या कुछ लोग रुकेंगे, they'll ask, doctor, can I come in? So everything is important. So that comes in observation. Now what it is, the moment the patient sit, the minimum you talk, that means a physician, the minimum you talk, the better it is. आंखें खुली रखनी है, पेशेंट को ऑब्जर्व करना है. देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स यू मे नॉट फॉर्म अ रूब्रिक नाउ, बट एटलीस्ट वो देखो, ऑब्जर्व करो, उसका इंपॉर्टेंस करना है या नहीं करना, दैट विल डिसाइड लेटर, राइट? तो वंस द पेशेंट स्टार्ट्स टॉकिंग, ऑलवेज ask patient to don't, आप बोलिए बस हाँ बोलिए and let the patient talk. तो कुछ लोग अपनी मोस्टली लोग बीमारी से शुरू करते हैं, या कुछ लोग बीमारी की वजह से जो परेशानी हो रही है कि हाउ फ्रस्ट्रेटेड आई एम, या सम पीपल वुड शो यू रिपोर्ट्स फर्स्ट, सो डिफरेंट पीपल. तो वो जो स्पॉन्टेनियस रिएक्शन है, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज दैट इज वॉट दे रियली वॉन्ट टू टॉक, और दैट इज वॉट इज रियली दे वॉन्टेड टू tell the doctor. So observe that spontaneous reaction, let the patient talk. वो बीमारी की वजह से क्यों परेशान है वो बोलेगा. अभी कुछ लोग हैं 10 लाइन बोलेंगे, कुछ लोग हैं 1 लाइन बोलेंगे, और कुछ लोग बोलेंगे नहीं आप पूछिए, so everything is important, right? So let the patient talk. How he describes his illness, अभी डिपेंड करता है जो पेशेंट ने स्टार्टिंग में बोला है, उससे डिपेंड करता है आपका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या होगा. बट एक जनरल फॉर्मेट की हम बात करें, जनरल मतलब इट्स वेरी वेरी जनरल, कि पेशेंट ने अपनी बीमारी बताई, तो आप समझिए कितने साल से है, हाउ इज पेशेंट अडेप्टेड टू दैट इलनेस, मतलब इतने साल से पेशेंट ने उस बीमारी के लिए क्या क्या किया, पेशेंट को बीमारी के लिए क्या ख्याल है, मतलब व्हाट इज हिज मेंटल स्टेट बिकॉज ऑफ द इलनेस. वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन में है, डिस्पेयर में है, या इतनी, मैंने कुछ 1 साल पहले एक पल्मनरी फाइब्रोसिस का केस देखा था. दैट लेडी वाज बेड रिडन विद एन ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर. सांगवी में आई हैड गॉन फॉर अ होम विजिट. नॉर्मली आई डोंट गो, बट दैट पेशेंट रिक्वेस्टेड एंड आई वेंट. एंड वो पेशेंट बेड रिडन है, बाथरूम भी नहीं जा सकती, नहा भी नहीं सकती, खाने के लिए भी उसको उठना भी एफर्ट है. एंड दैट लेडी वाज सो होपफुल, शी वाज टॉकिंग कि मैं देखती हूँ यूट्यूब वीडियो कि कहीं कोई ऐसा बीमारी ठीक हुई है क्या, या मेरे को लगता है कि मैं ठीक हो जाऊंगी. सो इन दैट वर्स्ट ऑफ सिचुएशन, व्हाट वाज मोस्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इन दैट केस वाज दैट होप दैट लेडी हैड. That hope and that desire for light is so characteristic in that case. So आपको ये देखना है कि हाउ हैज पेशेंट अडेप्टेड टू द इलनेस. कई बार एक सर्दी का भी पेशेंट, मेरे पास एक केस आया था, ही इज वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड ओनली, नॉट माई फ्रेंड बट अ नोन पर्सन, अक्वेंटेंस. तो उसको नॉर्मल, हार्डली 5-10% सर्दी है और वो काफ़ी बेटर हो जाती है, मतलब हो गई है, बट अगर थोड़ी भी आती है ना, तो मेरे पास एक जो स्टॉक वगैरह हम देते हैं वो लेकर आया एंड ही सेड दिस इज योर मेडिसिन, आई डोंट वांट इट नाउ. एंड ही वाज नो स्नैपिश एंड सो इरिटेबल. इतनी सी सर्दी, 4 छींक आने पे सो डिफरेंट पीपल रिएक्ट टू द इलनेस डिफरेंटली. सो वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज पेशेंट्स रिएक्शन टू द इलनेस, राइट. दीज आर जस्ट एग्जांपल्स गिवन सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व. पेशेंट बताएगा बीमारी क्या है, पेशेंट को बीमारी को लेके उसका मेंटल स्टेट क्या. आप ही नहीं पूछेंगे आपका मेंटल स्टेट क्या है बीमारी को लेके, आप पूछेंगे ठीक है फिर आप कैसे हैंडल करते हैं, या आपके क्वेश्चंस क्या होंगे, आप कैसे हैंडल करते हैं जब सर दर्द होता है, सपोज माइग्रेन का केस है, या फिर कॉन्स्टिपेशन होता है, तो हाउ डू यू अडेप्ट टू दिस, या कैसे मैनेज करते हैं. दीज आर वेरी लीडिंग क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछने, राइट. कि फिर क्या करते हैं, आप फाइबर खाते हैं क्या, या आप इरिटेट होते हैं माइग्रेन में, जब सर दर्द होता है तो आपको लगता है किसी से बात ना करूं, अकेले जाके बैठ जाऊं. Please, no, don't ask direct questions. Ask open-ended questions where the person has to give an answer. You don't direct a person in a particular direction, right? And पहले हमने देख लिया बीमारी. Second, how the patient's reaction to that illness. What patient has done in all these 5, 6, 10 years of illness, and why he has come to you, why homeopathy now and why you. So उससे भी हमें पता चलता है कि अरे फलाने धमाके का ठीक हो गया तो मुझे लगा मेरा भी ठीक हो जाएगा. Superstitious, or he gives you a reason why you have come to you. So objective, reasonable, or I have a lot of faith in homeopathy, I have always taken homeopathy. So religious affection, or हमारे खानदान में सब होम्योपैथी लेते आए हैं and all our family is into homeopathy, तो prejudice, traditional. So it all depends upon what the patient says, how he says, and what he says, right? This is. अब आते हैं हम pediatric cases पे. तो pediatric case taking में एक ही चीज different है adult से, कि आपको ऑब्जर्व बहुत ज़्यादा करना है. पेशेंट जो बोल रहा है, मतलब पेशेंट की मदर या फादर जो बोल रहे हैं उस पर आप 5% निगलेक्ट कर सकते हैं, पर जो बच्चा वो 10 मिनट में कर रहा है ना, दैट यू डोंट हैव टू निगलेक्ट. जस्ट ऑब्जर्व वेदर इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट, नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. वो टेबल के नीचे झुक रहा है, वो आपको मुंह छुपा रहा है, वो स्माइल कर रहा है, वो आप जब उसकी तरफ देखते हो तब स्माइल करता है, या पूरे टाइम स्माइल कर रहा है, या मुंह बना रहा है, या वो कुछ कुछ शैतानी कर रहा है ताकि आपका अटेंशन उसके पास जाए. सो एवरीथिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. यू मे नॉट फॉर्म अ रूब्रिक नाउ, बट बिलीव मी, when you go back to the case, if the case doesn't respond, you see much more that you missed earlier, right? Even while I'm presenting, there are some things I miss, and because I'm presenting, I see those videos again and I say, oh god, this was such classic. Why I took 15 minutes or 10 minutes to understand? In that 2 minute of observation I should have been done, So observation in pediatric cases is the crux. वो उंगली कर रहा है तो क्या कर रहा है, is he curious, is he touching everything in your clinic, so it is touch impelled to touch everything, is he asking too many questions, or is he disturbing the parents and just going in the middle of your conversation, so it can be meddlesome, or he's very very hyperactive, or he's breaking things, trying to break things, everything, is he looking around. So every child who looks around, you don't take looks direction and all, right? So what is important, what is not important is secondary. First is observation. You have to, and you cannot miss a single observation. For example, एक patient आया और उसने टॉप ऊपर करके दिखाया कि मुझे इतने इतने एक्जिमा के पैचेस हैं या ये हैं, या फिर वो ऐसे करके दिखा रहा है, तो आपने कम्युनिकेटिव लिया या लिखा वहां पे, या वो दिखा रहा है, अगर आपको कम्युनिकेटिव रूब्रिक भी नहीं पता या नेकेड वांट्स टू भी नहीं पता, तो आपने सिर्फ ये लिखा कि वो दिखा रहा है। अब वो आपकी टोटालिटी में आएगा या नहीं आएगा ये इममटीरियल है, राइट पर वो ऑब्जर्वेशन छूटना नहीं चाहिए। कई बार होता है कि आप कुछ ऑब्जर्व करते हैं और बाद में वो टोटालिटी में कंसिडर नहीं करते, बिकॉज जब पेशेंट बात करता है उसका कोर और उसकी दुखती रग कुछ और ही निकलती है, एंड देन यू फील दैट कम्युनिकेटिव इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट एंड यू जस्ट मिस इट, राइट? But you cannot miss an observation in pediatric cases. Just remember that. Okay. Third thing that I wanted to talk about is potency. There are many people, there is no fixed rule. I was in ICR, so वहाँ पे हम एक susceptibility sensitivity chart कराते थे। तो susceptibility sensitivity क्या होती है कि जो भी पेशेंट की प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, आपको कोई क्वेश्चन आए इसके बीच में तो प्लीज पूछिए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम कुछ एक रेमेडी के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं कि आई विल गेट डिस्टर्ब्ड और व्हाटएवर। यू कैन पुट योर क्वेश्चन सो दैट वी कैन टेक इट इन द एंड। ससेप्टिबिलिटी सेंसिटिविटी क्या होता है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल ससेप्टिबिलिटी जो भी इलनेसेस हैं उसकी 2, 3, 4, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एसिडिटी है, कोल्ड एंड कॉफ है, डायबिटीज है, तो उसमें पेशेंट कितना रिएक्शन शो कर रहा है, हमें कितने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मिल रहे हैं उस चीज़ों में, कितना मेंटल्स हमें मिल रहे हैं, सेंसिटिविटी टू द पेन कितनी है कि बहुत ही सर दर्द है, सर फटने जैसा, जो तो पेन की सेंसिटिविटी कितनी ज़्यादा है। कुछ लोग बेड रिडन होते हैं, पैरालिसिस होते हैं, फिर भी उनके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक बहुत मिलते हैं हमें केस में, और कुछ लोग बेड रिडन होते हैं और हमें कुछ भी नहीं मिलता। सो thumb rule is the more the characteristic you have in the case, the higher you can go. The less the characteristic and less मतलब आप बहुत ही particulars पे जाके दवाई दे रहे हैं, you have to go lower, right? तो तभी लोग जो I don't use mother tinctures, but people who use mother tinctures or specific remedies, organ remedies, they go for 3x, 6x such lower potencies, and then they go in repetition, right? And I have nothing against people using mother tinctures. It's just that I don't have that knowledge, so I am not using. I have prescribed by Mind Method, and this has appeared amazingly, बहुत अच्छे results हैं। इसलिए I have जितना भी मैंने कई बार specific बहुत early in my practice try भी किया, तो I realized it is very very limited. You may get a acne right, but you may not get the person right. So I went with Mind Method, but I have nothing against people who practice specific. But thumb rule of potency and repetition यही है कि जितना आप माइंड से दवाई दे रहे हैं, जितने कैरेक्टरिस्टिक हैं, पिक्यूलियर हैं, कितना उसका माइंड सेंसिटिव है, और कितनी आपकी टोटालिटी को वजन है, मतलब उतना आप हायर जा सकते हैं। जितना आप स्पेसिफिक और ऑर्गन रेमेडीज या पर्टिकुलर्स पे दवाई दे रहे हैं, उतना आप लोअर जाएंगे। अगर पेन सेंसिटिविटी बहुत हाई है तो यू कैन गो फॉर अ हायर पोटेंसी। अगर पेन सेंसिटिविटी हाई नहीं है तो यू कैन गो फॉर अ लोअर पोटेंसी। ओके, रिपीटिशन। अब इन माइंड मेथड वी डोंट रिपीट अ लॉट। आई जस्ट टेक अ पॉज, देयर इज सम डिस्टर्बेंस, आई जस्ट क्लोज द डोर। I'm so sorry because I'm doing it from home. Yeah, तो where were we? हाँ, तो specifics होंगे तो we can go for a lower potency, and characteristics होंगे तो we go for a higher potency. Repetition, yes, repetition. I don't repeat a lot, but in all these 17-18 years of practice, I've realized in cases like rheumatoid arthritis or asthma, where suppose मैंने Aconite 30 बच्चे को दी, and I have waited for 2 months, 3 months, and suddenly a patient gets an attack, and we say, okay, you take a nebulizer, or you take a painkiller. Then I realized that then it is our limitation that we are not able to manage those acute exacerbations in a chronic disease. So I have, learned a way to repeat, that is water doses or LM potency. if you see my all asthma cases or most of the rheumatoid arthritis, I use LM potency because I feel that वो जो क्रोसिन लेने की फ्रीक्वेंसी है या वो जो नीड ऑफ नेबुलाइजर है वो खत्म हो जाती है. आपने आज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल या जो भी दवाई दी उससे कल पूरी इम्यूनिटी बढ़ जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं होता, राइट? सो यू मे हैव दोज acute attacks of migraine or an acute attack of asthma or rheumatoid pain है. I have cured a rheumatoid arthritis with 30 single dose also. But recently I have learned that with these water doses and LM potency, you get better and a sustainable result. There is no hard and fast rule for potencies and repetition. Every doctor has the different experience. And why we are sharing all this? Because we learn from each other's experience. We learn from our mistakes. And probably from your mistakes or from your success also we learn. So yes, there is no hard and fast rule, but I repeat very, very less. And where I feel I need to repeat and control these acute exacerbation, I go for LM potency. So I will not give 30 daily HS, but I may give LM belladonna 0/1 once a day or twice a day, depending upon the case. Okay. I have written some points that we want to discuss today. 30 is known as the safest potency. So many of the doctors in this mind method start with 30. It's not a general rule. In psychiatric cases, I have given 200 or 1M as the starting potency, but it also depends on how sure you are of your totality. Right? Fever ke cases mein, though I have not done, but I have learned from some of my colleagues that they give 200 or 1M single dose and they have good results. So yes, there is no hard and fast rule, but ये जो मैंने आपको general आइडिया बताया कि जितना कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, जितनी सेंसिटिविटी है उतना हायर जाएंगे, जितना स्पेसिफिक है और पर्टिकुलर्स पे आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं उतना आप लोअर जाएंगे, राइट? The next common question that is asked is whether you can give a lower potency after giving 200 or whether it's always you have to go a step higher. So in mind method, earlier where I used to practice by classical method, we used to never go lower. We always used to go 30, 200, 1M. But when I came to this Sehgal method, there's a general rule that we follow. Ki suppose I have given a person a medicine for depression and sleep and एसिडिटी और जॉइंट पेन, तो ये 4 प्रॉब्लम एक पेशेंट को है एंड पेशेंट आके मुझे बोलता है कि यू नो जॉइंट पेन्स बेटर हैं एंड दिस इज बेटर, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू सी अ गुड चेंज इन स्लीप और मेंटल्स. Then I usually go a step higher because the medicine has registered, but it is not helping. But if you see a patient where the mind is quite better, the generals are better, but a particular pain is not getting better, कि knee pain नहीं ठीक हो रहा है, my shoulder is still bothering me, then you can always go a step lower. That is the rule that is given in the books, right? So yes, you can come down after giving a higher potency, you can go up after giving a certain potency. Next important question that I have been asked is whether you can start with 1M or directly with, yes, you can. Again, the point is how confident you are in your prescription, and it's not only confident. Does that patient really needs 1M? If he needs, yes. अब वो नीड कैसे डिसाइड करेगा कि मेंटल्स कितने लेवल के हैं, क्या है, on that it will be decided. Yeah. So, and now the most important part that I've always been telling you is how we study. Should we go in materia medica images or should we make the rubric totality and prescribe? अगर rubric totality करते हैं तो कई बार ऐसी ड्रग आती है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एडमस या कुछ भी लेटेक्स या कुछ भी which we don't know about, या फिर हमें materia medica images से प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए. So it's a double-edged sword. There is no fixed answer. But I'll tell you one thing that I have been following in my learning journey in these 18 years. I have never become rigid in my life. If you see all my Facebook live or webinars, I have never stopped you from learning from anyone, right? Whether it's mind or whether it's particulars. सो पहली बात तो आप रिजिडिटी में मत फंसिए, नामों में मत फंसिए कि मुझे तो इसी ग्रुप से सीखना है या मैंने पीडियाट्रिक से सीखा तो कैन आई जॉइन दिस ग्रुप? येस, यू कैन. आवर ओनली ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू लर्न right? So you can learn from anybody and anyone on this earth. आप कोई भी political agendas में मत फंसिए. मैंने अपने I have been attached to so many groups, but my only point is that you don't you don't tie me to anything. I'm always yours whenever you need me. मुझे आज मैं मदर टिंचर्स नहीं देती या पर्टिकुलर्स नहीं देती, बट कोई मुझे आज सिखाने को बोले कि मैं आपको नोजोट सिखाती हूँ, या देयर आर सम डॉक्टर्स हु प्रैक्टिस ऑन फाटक ओनली. आई हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम देम. आई मे हैव यूज्ड इन माय प्रैक्टिस एंड फेल्ड एंड रियलाइज दैट प्रॉब्ली I am not getting the result, but always be ready to learn. There are some cases which are solved by rubric totality, and there are some cases which are solved by the materia medica image. तो आप ये टू एंड फ्रो प्रोसेस है, राइट? तो जब पेशेंट आके बोलता है, पेशेंट का सपोज अक्यूट है, तो आप ऑब्वियसली मटीरिया मेडिकल इमेज से नहीं सॉल्व करते वो केस. पेशेंट को बीमारी में लेटे रहने का मन कर रहा है, वो अपने आप को ब्लेम कर रहा है कि मैंने आइसक्रीम क्यों खाई, उसको लेग पेन्स बहुत हो रहा है फीवर में, उसको लग रहा है कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करे. सो यू मेक द टोटलिटी एज इट कम्स, राइट? सो यू विल से bed remain in bed desire 2, reproaching oneself, and disturbed hours to be, and make a totality and prescribe. Okay, but there are some cases where the patient is talking and talking and talking, and the patient is talking for half an hour, and you have got 30 rubrics right from the patient has walked inside your clinic till now, and then you're wondering and you're evaluating up down. उसमें क्या होता है, यू समटाइम्स हैव टू गो टू द मटीरिया मेडिका इमेज कि मई स्टैफिस भी आ रही है, हैमोमिलिस भी आ रही है, नाट्रोम्यूर भी आ रही है, इग्निशिया भी आ रही है. तो आप एक एक रूब्रिक से डिफ्रेंशिएट नहीं कर पाते हैं. देन यू गो टू दोज इमेजेस दैट हाउ इग्निशिया विल रिएक्ट इन सच सिचुएशंस, हाउ नाट्रोम्यूर, हाउ वी विल डिफ्रेंशिएट इन दिस केस, नॉट एट अ जनरल लेवल. So the case decides that how we will give the remedy on मटीरिया मेडिकल इमेज. और पर बहुत बार ऐसा होता है जब आप रुब्रिक टोटलिटी बनाते हैं तो आपकी कोई ऐसी ड्रग आती है विच यू हैव नॉट यूज्ड इन योर प्रैक्टिस, और आई हैव नॉट. फॉर एग्जांपल बैम्ब्यूसा और इग्निसैल्क और चिरोनिक्स फ्लिकरी और something else which I have not used in my practice. So it's always nice to go back to that drug. जैसे कल किसी ने मुझसे एक मेरे ग्रुप पे पूछा कि प्लूटोनियम नाइट्रिकम आपने दी है कि नहीं. I may have given in 1 or 2 cases, but I don't remember the image of plutonium nitricum because I have not prescribed it that often, or I have not explored that drug that often. पर आप मुझे कॉमन रेमेडीज पूछें तो मैं आपको, अभी भी आप मुझसे पूछें बेलाडोना कैसा होगा, तो आंख बंद करके मैं आपको 3 पन्ने उस दवाई के बारे में बता रही हूँ. क्यों बता पा रहे हैं? क्योंकि वी हैव यूज्ड इट दैट ऑफन. इट्स जस्ट दैट. तो अगर आपकी टोटलिटी में कोई ऐसी दवाई आ रही है तो आप उसको एक्सप्लोर जरूर करिए. ये मत सोचिए कि भैया ये तो इग्निशिया ही होगी या ये तो नाट्रम ही होगी. एक्सप्लोर इट, रीड अबाउट दैट ड्रग. एक FN-F5 करके एक सर्च इंजन होता है, वेर यू कैन पुट अ रेमेडी एंड यू कैन रीड ऑल द रूब्रिक्स coming to that remedy. So just read it. Maybe that is your remedy that you're looking for. Okay. And I always talk about evaluation. What is evaluation? What in my case I cannot miss? What is so important in that case that no matter what another 10 symptoms I can miss, but this I cannot miss. Right? So always evaluate your case. I'll give you some examples of some rubrics where we go beyond the materia medica image. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक रूब्रिक है, जब पेशेंट आता है, यार डॉक्टर साहब बार बार मत बुलाइए आप मेरे को क्लिनिक पे, मुझे बार बार आना नहीं अच्छा लगता, ऐसे बोला. एंड देयर वाज द रेमेडी, दैट इज अवर्जन टू विजिट्स. मतलब वो बार बार विजिट नहीं करना चाहता, तो बेलाडोना इज द रेमेडी. और इम्पेशेंस, कुछ लोग बैठ के बहुत इम्पेशेंट होते हैं ना कि भाई जल्दी मेरा नंबर आ जाए मेरा, तो देयर इज अ रूब्रिक इम्पेशेंट सिटिंग वाइल. इट्स आई हैव यूज्ड इट लॉन्ग बिफोर, सो आई थिंक CPI is in the remedy. So sometimes these small tips also works, but you should, वही मैंने बोला कि वो केस टेकिंग को, ऐसा नहीं केस टेकिंग मत करिए और इन्हीं टिप्स पे दवाई दीजिए, बट कई बार होता है कि यू प्रिस्क्राइब एंड यू गेट गुड रिजल्ट्स. ओके, जैसे एक रूब्रिक है, एक केस में मैंने यूज किया है ये रूब्रिक कि mental retardation का केस था, and the child was very very hyperactive, and I was not getting a lot of information from parents or from the child also. So there was a rubric hyperactivity with mental retardation, right? And the drug was, I think Calcarea Phos was the drug. So hyperactivity with mental retardation and calcareous force I gave to that child, and the child responded well, though they didn't continue it for a long time, but yes, the child responded. And एक जयपुर का केस था जिसमें ऑटिज्म एंड कंडक्ट डिसऑर्डर एंड बहुत सारी चीज़ें थी, एंड आई हैड प्रॉब्ली डिस्कस्ड अबाउट दैट केस एंड आई हैड गिवन बुफो, एंड दे कंटिन्यूड फॉर 2-3 years, and the child responded beautifully to the medicine, you know, Bufo 30 single dose, and after 1 year I had given 200. So everything depends upon the case. There are no fixed rules, but yes, the general philosophy you should know. Diagnosis, you should know what you're treating, how much time you expect that child to respond. Everybody has failures, believe me. I have so many failure cases that at night sometimes I'm working only on those failures cases कि यार ये बंदा क्यों नहीं ठीक हो रहा है, इसका माइग्रेन क्यों नहीं जा रहा है, you know. Earlier I used to get very very disappointed, and there was a phase then, but what I have never done is I don't put those, you know, in groups and ask too many people. I work on it a lot. So nothing can negate or, you know, replace hard work. You can ask your questions with your friends, with your, you can discuss, but your hard work comes first. आप पहले काम करिए उस केस पे, आपकी क्या रेमेडी आ रही हैं और क्या डीडी हैं, काम करिए उन डीडी रेमेडीज को पढ़िए, and then you can probably approach someone, then can solve the case. But believe me, everybody has failures. In these 18 years, I've realized that this is part and parcel of the game. बुरा लगता है, hard work करने का मन करता है, दुख होता है, because you want that patient to be better. And कई बार कोई learner का relative, जैसे recently I have a case of a migraine that her husband is not responding, and it's always on my mind that I want that person to respond. I have, you know, studied that audio clip for so many time, and still I feel that we are missing something, though that patient had talked for good 20 minutes. So yes, in which case what to pick up is an art, and that you learn with time and a lot of hard work. We are continuing with our 10 weeks webinar. One session is done, it's a second now. From henceforth we'll be studying one drug in detail. Suppose CP I'm studying, so one is the image and one are those rubrics that we can, you know, that doesn't come with image, but I have seen in my practice so many times, and if you use it, probably you will get a lot of good results. For example, एक ट्यूबिक्लिनम मैंने बहुत बार उन पेशेंट्स को दी है जिनको लगता है यार सोना तो वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम है, एंजॉय करो लाइफ, कुछ करते हैं, कुछ, यू नो, वील डू समथिंग, वील ट्रैवल, स्लीप इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम इज द, when patient tells me all this, I prescribe tuberculin to that patient. और कई बार क्या होता है, हम कुछ ही सेट ऑफ रूब्रिक्स में अटक जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल frivolous, anxiety driving from place to place. So there are good 100-200 rubrics that we get stuck to, and we do not want to come out of that comfort zone to see whether there are some other rubrics, you know, associated with it. So yesterday, I'll give just one example, quick one example. Yesterday when I was studying, तो बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं कि जब गुस्सा आता है तो डोर पटक के चला जाता है, you know, he just slams the door. And I have always taken anger beside oneself, or, you know, such kinds of rubrics. And yesterday when I was studying complete dynamics, I came around a rubric where it was directly giving slam the door desire too. I was amazed. I was like, oh my God, so many days I was taking something else of this rubric, right? So there are so many rubrics that we don't know. We only know the rubrics that our teachers have taught us, or we have listened to in a webinar or a seminar or somewhere. But then we'll be always limited to those. मतलब आज मेरे जो learners हैं या जो मुझसे सीख रहे हैं, वो वही सीख पाएंगे जो मैंने सीखा. आप उसके बियॉन्ड कब जाओगे? या मैं वही कर पाऊँ जो मेरे टीचर्स ने करा आज तक उनकी जिंदगी में. All respect to them, we are today because of them. But now it's our duty to take that ahead, you know, to take that journey ahead. तो आपने जो सिखाया वो तो हमारे लिए बहुत कीमती है ही, पर वहाँ मत अटकिए. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं, you know, cyclamen is like अपने या एक उसको एक टैग दे देते हैं, जो किसी और ने दिया वो टैग लर्न कर लेते हैं और फिर वो टैग आगे यूज करने लगते हैं. आई फील learning is a part, but then don't become fixed. You have to find that journey of cyclamen again, and you have to study that cyclamen. I was studying a drug for tomorrow's webinar, and it's a very, very common drug because we are taking the commonest drugs. And believe me, there are at least 15 to 20 rubrics which I see in my daily practice and I don't use them. Though that is the commonest drug that we use. So there are so many symptoms which our teachers are not aware of, but जिन्होंने प्रूविंग की है वो लिखा है. तो आप जब तक पढ़ेंगे नहीं तब तक आप वो रूब्रिक समझेंगे नहीं. एंड विल बी ऑलवेज, वो चीटी होती है ना जो रास्ता पीछे 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 फॉलो करती है, वो परसिवरेंस तो चीटी से सीखिए, बट वो सिर्फ फॉलोइंग मत देखिए, वो फॉलो तो करिए, उसके आगे अपना रास्ता भी बनाइए. राइट? तो यस, now it's the time for questions, and I would like to take the questions now. I am not a very techno-savvy person, so I am not the right person to answer about the repertory. I use radar and complete dynamics and complete repertory, but there are so many available, and जब मेरे seniors या colleagues present करते हैं cases, तो बहुत सारे ऐसे rubric हैं जो radar 10 में भी नहीं हैं और repertory में हैं. पर मुझे वैसे personally लगता है कि there is no end to it. So I use radar. Ma'am, loss of sensation of lower extremities are after operative homeopathy. Can work on it? Yes, it can work on it. You know, एक मेरे फ्रेंड हैं, वो थोड़े सीनियर हैं मुझसे, नासिक में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. तो मैंने उनको एक केस भेजा और मैंने कहा कि वो बहुत पुरानी बात नहीं है, ऑलमोस्ट 1 year बैक, कि यार इसमें देना चाहिए होम्योपैथी. And he said, yes, why not? And you should never say no. But again, I would say, never say a no, but you should know what you are treating. You should know diagnosis. You should know कि भाई आप जो चीज़ें मना कर रहे हो. बहुत सैड होता है, अभी परसों मैंने केस लिया रूमेटॉइड आर्थराइटिस का. शी वॉज अंडर अ ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ अ होम्योपैथ इन पुणे. I didn't ask the name because that was not the focus that I wanted to. And the doctor was giving her steroids and anti-inflammatory drugs. तो ज़्यादा दर्द हो तो ये खा लेना. And she was on steroid from a homeopathic doctor. उन्होंने वाइसोलोन लिख के दिया था. And I felt so sad, There is no shame in acknowledging that I cannot cure. If I'm not able to cure and I wanted to refer to a homeopath, that is one point. Second point is, if a Visolon needs to be given, why not it is given by the right doctor who is orthopedic or a MD physician or an MBBS or whatever. मुझे लगता है, and that lady had so much, when she came to know that these are steroids, she had so much of, I also felt really bad कि why we all do this? We don't need to. There is no shame in acknowledging or telling yourself. I tell it on a public forum that there are cases which I am not able to treat. मैंने migraine पे webinar लिया, but there are still 2-3 cases which I am struggling with. तो उसमें कोई शर्म वाली बात नहीं है, कि हमें रिजल्ट नहीं आया या ये नहीं हुआ. बट देन नहीं आया तो या तो उस पर काम करिए, उसको आप वाइसोलोन खिलाना मत शुरू करिए. राइट? तो ये मत करिए प्लीज. बी honest to yourself and be honest to your profession. If you're honest and your intentions are right, I'm very, very sure that nothing bad will happen. But if you're not honest and your intentions are just कि वो patient मेरे साथ टिका रहे, then believe me, it doesn't go a long way and you will have a bad name in the society. So please don't do this. Okay. How to catch the core of the remedy? आप बहुत सारे सीनियर्स के वीडियोस देखते हैं या जो मैं वीडियो बनाती हूँ, तो वो लोग कोर की बात करते हैं कि पर जैसे मैं बोल रही हूँ, हर समय वो कोर नहीं मिलता. जैसे लेट्स टॉक अबाउट बेलेडोना. तो बेलेडोना वांट्स फ्रीडम एंड वांट्स टू बी लाइट एंड वांट्स टू बी कैरेट डिजायर टू बी फास्ट, कि भैया जल्दी जल्दी ठीक कर दो. जैसे मैंने बोला, अवर्जन विजिट आना नहीं चाहता वो बार बार, और जल्दी ठीक होना चाहता है क्योंकि उसको फ्रीडम इंपॉर्टेंट है. पर ये छोटा सा कोर है ना. राइट? आपको 10 पेशेंट स्कोर के मिलेंगे, पर एक ऐसा भी मिलेगा जो स्कोर में नहीं फिट होता है पर बेलेडोना है. राइट? व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट एंग्विश ऑफ बेलेडोना और समथिंग लाइक दैट. तो कोर पढ़िए पर साथ साथ रूब्रिक्स भी पढ़िए. I don't give an antidote. If there is an aggravation, depends how much is the aggravation. You have to see whether it's a medicinal aggravation or because you've given 1M or 10M, or it is just the disease has progressed and your medicine is working like a placebo. I'll share one experience of my patient who has gone. So this patient had come with lot of eczema, lot of lichenification, almost full body. He had eczema, and I had prescribed him opium, right? And he was doing well, and he was responding well. And एक ही single dose दिया था, and suddenly one day he comes and he was ऐसे erythematous हो जाता ना. He was all swollen and he was oozing, and I was really scared to see him, and I was like, what went wrong? He was just he was just improving. But that aggravation, so it was a disease aggravation. The disease, probably that remedy was partial acting remedy, and it has not helped that exacerbation or aggravation. So obviously I'll not antidote opium. What I will do is, because I have given my opium 31 dose 2 months back, and it is not an aggravation of opium. So that knowledge is also important. I cannot wait because the patient was in a very bad state. So now I have two options. I can refer him to a dermatologist and see what he can do, because he was in a really, if I send you photos, you'll see. And sometimes, you also feel कि यार कुछ क्या गलत कर दिया. So what I usually do, either I wait if a patient is in a state of wait, if it's because of medicine, but if it is not because of the medicine and it is a disease aggravation, I take a fresh totality. So in that case, I took a fresh totality. I prescribed him phosphorus 30 in water, and I also consulted a dermatologist. My friend is a dermat, so I asked her how much we can wait, because for me, patient is the prime importance. Homeopathy, allopathy, Ayurvedic, everything comes secondary. I treat kids. For me, the child is very important. मैं अपना होम्योपैथी का गाना बाद में गाऊंगी, पर मेरे लिए वो बच्चा सफर नहीं करना चाहिए, वो पेशेंट सफर नहीं करना चाहिए. So I always, if I feel that I lack somewhere in knowledge, I always take an opinion of my friends. We have a big group of friends where सब हैं sonologist वगैरह. So I talked to them. I said, how much I can wait? She said, maximum a week, because such patients need a hospitalization, and it will be nice if you investigate and do this. Because it's a fact, कि जो dermatologist को knowledge होगी उतनी उस disease की मेरे को नहीं है. So there is no harm in taking a help. And I waited for a week, and he was 70% better, and then I had a confidence, that I can treat him. So yes, that is one example. So don't think about antidotes a lot. Take a fresh totality and treat it as a fresh case. I have not seen really homeopathic suppression, but I feel my father is a homeopath, and he has been, क्योंकि उस ज़माने में उतने माइंड से नहीं थे, तो he sometimes mix medicines, or he sometimes gives specifics, or when his cases are referred to me, I have seen some homeopathic suppressions in those cases. But in my practice, because I have always practiced by mind method, I have really not seen homeopathic suppression. Thermal, I used to consider when I was in classical method, but now I don't consider thermals. So it's not important whether it's a cold, chilly, or a hot remedy, but I can give it. That is not an eliminating totality for me. So from repertory, from where you can come to the core is, suppose I am learning Ignatia, so I would study the single rubrics of Ignatia. तो जो single rubrics होते हैं, जैसे fear invalidity हो गया, या और तो बहुत सारे rubrics एक ही direction में जा रहे होते हैं, जैसे sensitive to moral impressions है, dancing है, लोगों की बहुत करती है, responsibility है, duty. तो एक बड़ा chunk जो rubric का है वो एक ही direction में जा रहा होता है. अगर आप बेलेडोना पढ़ें, सीपिया पढ़ें, डलका मारा पढ़ें, या कुछ भी पढ़ें, तो you understand कि भैया ये जो पेशेंट है इसका सपोज 1000 रूब्रिक हैं, तो आप पढ़ेंगे कि 300 रूब्रिक जो हैं या 400 रूब्रिक हैं वो एक ही डायरेक्शन में है. अभी एंजाइटी मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून, इवनिंग उसको मैं बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यू नहीं देती, बट तो आपको समझ में आता है कि पेशेंट का जो ये है ना, जैसे कार्सिनोसिन पढ़े तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के आपको बहुत रूब्रिक्स मिलेंगे, राइट. सो आपको लगता है या डोमिनेशन के कि वो डोमिनेट हुआ है, उसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. Then you start developing that core, then you start joining those threads, maybe this person is dominated and he has a sense of responsibility and a single rubric that ailments from responsibility early. So you have to join those threads. There is no specific book, to be honest, where आप course पढ़ सकते हैं, but हमारे सीनियर्स ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है, तो आप उनको देखिए, उनसे सीखिए, और कुछ कोर खुद भी बना सकते हैं। जैसे मैंने एक मिलीफोलियम का केस प्रेजेंट किया था, एक साइकेट्रिक केस था लास्ट टू लास्ट वेबिनार में, एंड देन आई हैड मिलीफोलियम का कोर मुझे किसी बुक में नहीं मिला, तो आई डेवलप दैट कोर कि बहुत सारे जो रूब्रिक हैं वो इस डायरेक्शन में हैं, तो मिलीफोलियम कैन बी यूज्ड इन दिस केसेस, दो आई हैव ट्रीटेड ओनली वन केस ऑफ मिलीफोलियम, राइट? Yes, you can give a remedy whether the person is iodine to a chili patient or lachesis to a chili patient or silica to a hot patient. I do that. See, whatever I am telling over here is from my practice, from my learning. I am not claiming that this is only right and I am the only person who's right. There are different doctors practicing from a different way, and each has its own experience. With all due respect to them, a person may not give iodine to a chili patient, but I give, and I don't give that importance. That is all what I'm saying. That is why I said, na, ki, the question is that if I give a wrong medicine, will it have a wrong reaction? No, if the totality does not match, the medicine acts as a placebo and it doesn't show a wrong reaction. I'm using Radar 10. Okay, come on, it's been already 45 minutes. I don't know, जब कोई remedy भी नहीं थे, how long it will take. अभी PCOD cases, I'm not a very good person for, female problems. But I have really struggled, and there was a time, say 7 years back, I have talked to one person who said ki specifics really work and you should give this and that, but that also didn't work for me. So in now what I do is, it's a psychotic problem, PCOD, if you are aware about the mechanisms. So first I give a single or a 3 doses and I wait for 10 days. If the body doesn't show reaction, I started giving an LM or water doses with repetition, for example, twice a day, thrice a day, twice a day. And I wait for 15 days at least to see the body's reaction, because it's a psychotic miasm. It takes some time for the body to react. So I wait for at least 15 days, 20 days. And I give it in water doses. अभी एक patient थी यूपी में कहीं से, and I had given her, I think, I don't remember the remedy. I had given her, suppose, CPR 30 single dose, and all her acne and everything, she had come for multiple problems, weakness, acne, and PCOD, and gallbladder stone, and so many problems. So I had given her CPR 30 single dose, and with that single dose, her acne vanished beautifully and she was feeling nice and everything. But 15 days back, I remember this case because I have taken the follow-up now. She told me that all I am fine, but my periods have not come. I know the medicine is right. I tried giving him 200 and she didn't responded. Then I asked her to take that same remedy in water, LM potency. I had given her that in LM potency twice a day, and I waited for 15th day. 14th day she was menstruating. So yeah, this is an art, and this is that you learn from your experience and from others' experience also. Earlier, I was very, very hesitant in giving higher potencies, but with now, with all these years of experience, I sometimes give 1M, and with that conviction that this patient requires 1M and you can give. Okay, so we are 105. Come on, you can ask as many questions you want. As today is Women's Day, I really want to talk about, I had talked about in that sulfur video also, and this is something which is very, very close to my heart. Believe me, today I'm pouring my heart out in front of you. There was a time that I used to earn only 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 for a very, very long time. And the only idea is to share my journey is that it can motivate you a little, even 5%, then it is worth sharing. So there was a time that people around me, when I had delivered and started talking that you earn 3,500 and you pay 4,000 to a maid, so what is the point? Or if there is a guest in the house, then everybody would expect me to take a leave, because obviously I'm not earning that much, which is substantial enough to as a contribution in the house. So yeah, so there was a very very long time, so 3 years, 4 years, it took really long for me to settle um, uh, because of so many reasons, individual family, nobody to help. But I always thought, when I was earning 5,000 or that 3,000 also in a polyclinic, and I had a job offer for 20, I always felt that I am worth much more and I am not here to do a job of 20, 30. Though I needed that 20,000 a lot, and though I needed that 30,000 job a lot, or it's Batra or Paxson or whatever I had, but I never wanted to do that because I knew my worth and my capability, and I'm earning of my earning capacity is much much more than that 30,000, and I was happy earning that 3,000 or that 5,000 for a very long time, and I always had that belief ki aayega, it will turn good, it will, I it was a very very shabby place where I used to work. There were sometimes patients from a very good society, and I used to feel embarrassed, and or my husband used to say, how shabbily you're working, do something. But I was very confident of my knowledge always. Though I knew little, I always wanted to learn more, and I always had that belief that I will be able to make it one day. Though I don't believe that I have made it now also. There is still a long journey to go. But yes, so when I had talked to on that sulfur video about female homeopaths, there are so many people who messaged me directly that we cried and we have left our practice because of kids. And there was a lady from Assam who called me and said that I felt really touched and I left my job because the amount was very very less. She was working in a homeopathic hospital, and my husband felt that it is not worth. And so many more examples. I like to tell you all just one thing, believe in the Pati and believe in yourself and just persevere. There will be a day when you'll be earning much, much more, and then the society and the husband and kids and whatever, उन्हीं लोगों का आपकी तरफ देखने का नजरिया बदल जाता है. The perspective changes. People who used to tell me, it's not logical, you're paying 5,000 and you're going and earning 3,000. Now tell me that, we are really proud of you. You've done really well. So yes, हाँ, लोगों का नजरिया वो होता है जो हम उन्हें दिखाते हैं. So please work. There is no substitution for that hard work, and give good results. Your practice will increase. You will get a lot of patients, and no matter you're earning 1, 2, 3, 5, and your rent is 10,000, you may require a help for initial 1 or 2 years, but then that coming year would be much much greater. And those people who look down upon you or tell you that homeopathy is not worth, or okay, you are a homeopath, they will tell you how proud they are for you. So yes, this is especially on the Women's Day, I wanted to talk about it. And I'll request all those male homeopaths also who have their wife as homeopath and they're not working, please motivate them to work, support them, ask them to work no matter how much money they earn. Support them. That is all what I'm saying. And if nobody is supporting you support yourself and just get up and say that, okay, I'll pay 2,000 for a polyclinic. No, I had gone to a polyclinic for such a long span of time where I felt that polyclinic I'm not getting so many patients because hardly koi homeopathy ke liye पूछने आता था, right? So yeah, so I'll answer a few questions and I'll end this seminar with a quote which I have done earlier also. I mean, you are doing good. I think you are in the group and you're studying rubrics, and you can study any, we can go alphabet wise, or we can study one rubric and its closely allied rubrics and see the differentiation. Or we can say that I'll study in next 5 days, or I'll study all fear rubrics, or we can study all the rubrics related to business. There are so many ways. The idea is to learn. You find ways. Okay. So yes, any other question? LM potency aati hai 0/1, 0/2. You can start and you can repeat it twice a day, thrice a day. or once a week, twice a week, depending upon the cases. There is no fixed rule for that. वाटर डोजेस भी कई तरीके से दी जा सकती हैं. सपोज मैंने लैकेसिस 30 एक वाटर में मिलाया, आई हैव गिवन 3 स्पून्स इन अ 1/4 ग्लास ऑफ वाटर और वट थोड़े से उसमें, और हर बार सकशंस दे के फिर दिया. या फिर देयर इज अ कप मेथड वेयर यू गिव, आपने डिसॉल्व किया, उसमें से आपने एक सपोज एक सिप लिया, then uska 3 spoons you mix it in the second cup and then you take it, and then the third cup. These are called cups method, or you can use that same water in that after every succussions you can give. पेशेंट हिंदी में बात करे, मराठी में बात करे या गुजराती में. अगर तमिल में बात करे तो आपको तमिल की बुक पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है ना. अगर हिंदी में बात करे तो हिंदी में बुक, आपको वो रूब्रिक अपनी लैंग्वेज में समझ आना चाहिए, चाहे वो तेलुगु हो, तमिल हो, हिंदी हो, गुजराती हो, राइट. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको बुक हिंदी में पढ़ने को आए. आपको पेशेंट लैंग्वेज से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आपको वो पेशेंट क्या कहना चाह रहा है, उसका फोकस क्या है, समझना है. और ऑब्वियसली आपको इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करना है, क्योंकि रिपर्टरी हमारी इंग्लिश में है. ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स? Rubrics पे there is a telegram group we are discussing on rubric. There are many other rubric groups of so many else doctors. You can join them, discuss rubrics, discuss differentiation, and with the passage of time you learn how to find rubrics. Any other question? आप हर सेंटेंस को रूब्रिक बनाने की मशीन ना बने, पर रूब्रिक पता होना चाहिए. हर सेंटेंस का भी पता होना चाहिए. उसको आप लेंगे नहीं लेंगे वो आपकी चॉइस है, पर हर सिचुएशन का आप अपनी डे टू डे लाइफ में रूब्रिक बना सकते हैं. आजू बाजू को देख के रूब्रिक बना सकते हैं. कोई मूवी में पेशेंट का कैरेक्टर समझ सकते हैं. ओके. There are some doctors who write in Hindi. Dr. Shamil Kishore की कुछ books हैं हिंदी में. You can refer them. But I somehow feel that language is not a problem. आप हिंदी, गुजराती किसी में भी बात करें, आप रूब्रिक आराम से बना सकते हैं. Yes, same remedy is used for 10 complaints also. अगर कोई भी 10 प्रॉब्लम भी है, if that remedy is the remedy of the patient, it doesn't matter whether the patient has cancer or allergic rhinitis, or he has cancer and allergic rhinitis, you can give that remedy to that patient. Anything else? Telegram link, I'll put it in this in the comment section, and you can probably join. So thank you all, thank you who all are able to register for our webinar, and those who are not also, it's okay. We can keep learning in these Facebook lives and YouTube, and it will be, it is always great to come live and see you all 110 people joining, and it's been always a pleasure. From a very short time, I have got so many people attached to our group, 3,700 on Telegram, 400. So many registrations happen. Hope we all learn through this journey, and the only objective that we have is to learn, right? So thank you all. In the end, I'll just quote 2 lines for all the female homeopaths who messaged and who didn't message also, and who want to get back to work and who wanted to practice again. Please don't put your number here, because I'm a little lazy in doing that copy that number to my I'll put it my number, or I'll tell my number and you directly WhatsApp me. There are so many people, मैंने कब एक वीडियो किया था जिन्होंने बहुत सारे नंबर रखे, and I was so lazy to copy those numbers to my WhatsApp and message you. आप थोड़ी सी मेहनत करिए, आप मुझे मैसेज करिए, ठीक है? So in the end, I would like to quote, तजदे मुसाफिर नींद जग कुछ ना गया है, कल तो तेरा था आज जग अब भी तेरा है. So all the female homeopaths who have lost all these years doing allopathy or taking care of kids, they have not lost anything, they have gained. and they have gained much more. So start now. Don't feel that you cannot start now. You can start anytime in your journey. It's not very difficult, it's very very simple, but we need to put in that little effort once. We need to push ourselves to put in that little effort, right? So start now, start practicing, start learning, and you can always go back to work, right? Thank you all. It's been a wonderful journey with you all, and I hope we all grow each day. And um, there's one more thing that I want to say, that a lot of people requested me कि आप हिंदी में बात करिए, या a lot of people that I am from UK and I don't know Hindi. Abhi, I have not come to the level that I'll make a video in Hindi and a video in English. So I am talking both Hindi and English. Neither I am so techno savvy कि मुझे वो subtitle लिखाने आ जाए, though I am working on it. So probably I learn, or I find a person who can do this for me, or we grow that much that it is worth making videos in 2 languages. Yeah. So thank you everyone. It's been absolutely amazing. Thank you.